Today, I'm going to tell you about the best deal in photography. Hey everybody, welcome to Dan Bullman Photography. If this is your first time watching, please hit that subscribe button down below for more awesome photography content, product reviews, and tutorials. Now let's get to it. So the holidays are coming up, so you might be thinking about purchasing a camera for a loved one or for yourself. And so a lot of friends have been coming to me lately and asking my recommendation for what camera they should get. And hands down, my recommendation is always the SONY A6000. Now granted, there are better cameras out there on the market. I think some of the higher end Sony cameras are definitely better than the A6000, and some of the updated models to the A6000 are also better, like the A6300 and A6500. However, for the price point of around between $500 and $600, I don't think anything out there on the market today beats the Sony A6000. So the first reason I think the Sony A6000 is the best deal in photography is it has fantastic image quality. The 24 megapixel sensor on this camera can capture an amazing amount of detail, especially when paired with a really good lens like the 35mm f1.8. It's also a very versatile camera for a lot of different styles of shooting. I really like using the camera for portraits and cityscapes and street photography. It's also really good for landscapes and sports photography and things of that nature as well. So if you're into any type of photography, this camera is a pretty good all-around camera for you. The second reason the A6000 is a really fantastic camera is because of its size and portability, especially when compared to traditional SLRs from Canon and Nikon. It's a really great camera for travel photography or even general everyday photography. The best camera is the one that you have with you, and you're more likely to toss this in your camera bag than a bulky DSLR. The A6000 also has super fast autofocus. Now, whenever I was shopping around for cameras, I was comparing a couple models from Fuji and Olympus in the same price point, and I noticed that the Sony A6000 was much faster to focus than these cameras. Another thing that I really like about the A6000 is that the video quality is really good. Now, it does have some drawbacks in terms of video, in terms of capturing good audio. It doesn't have a built-in headphone jack or audio import jack, so capturing good audio could be a little bit of a challenge. But this camera is really good for video if you're looking for high definition video. Now, it doesn't have 4K, unfortunately, but if you're just more of a casual video shooter and you want something that can capture really good video quality without spending a lot of money, the A6000 is a good option for you as well. Now, the last reason that I'll mention why the Sony A6000 is the best deal in photography is that there are a number of really great lenses in the Sony E-mount system, and a lot of them are fairly inexpensive, especially if you look at third-party lens options like Sigma. Now, I always rave about my 35mm f1.8 lens. I've talked about it in pretty much every video that I've done on the A6000, and it's just really sharp and not that expensive when you look at the cost of a lot of other lenses from, say, Canon or Nikon. So indeed, even as we are approaching 2017, the Sony A6000 is still the best deal in photography. Now, there have been newer cameras released and better cameras, but for the price point of around $500 to $600, you're going to get a camera that has amazing performance, amazing image quality, lots of great lens options, and something that I think you'll be really satisfied with. Now, if you're interested in learning more about the Sony A6000, I've put a link down in the description to a playlist that I made with other videos about the A6000. And be sure to leave a comment on this video if you're interested in learning a bit more about the camera, or if you want recommendations for lenses or other accessories, or you just want to say, hey, just leave a comment down below. We'll see you soon, folks. This has been another episode of Dan Bullman Photography. Peace.